You went to see him as a patient. Correct?
Yes.
And you got medical treatment from him, whether it was for 1 minute or an hour or longer, correct?
Mm-hmm.
How much time did you spend?
You need to answer yes or no.
Oh, yes. Sorry.
Thank you. How long did you spend with the doctor that day?
I'll say about 25 to 30 minutes. Around that time. Not that much.
And when you were there on that date with Dr. Finke,
Mm-hmm.
Did he examine you?
Yes, he examined my baby for a little bit.
And what baby was that? What number?
Number 1.
Oh, that was the first child you ever had.
That's my first child, yes.
And you were 25 years old at the time.
Yes.
You're aware that plaintiff was the same age as you at the time?
No.
Assistant.
No.
Besides examination, what did Dr. Finke do for you?
Objection. Assistant. We're not here for her medical care.
Yes, sir. Did you keep Dr. Finke's, strike that. Who referred you to Dr. Finke?
I asked somebody to find me like a very upscale private doctor. So I was like, I need to go to the doctor's like tomorrow. Like I feel so weird. And they were like, we're gonna find somebody. And that's just how it goes.
When you were outside in the hallway, before you entered Dr. Finke's office, did you see this individual, Imani Ellis, in the hallway?
She was waiting for she was right in front. As soon as the door of the elevator opened, she was waiting, I guess, for the elevator. She was going inside the elevator.
And you were coming outside of the
You look so
Yes.
slow in
You know
the face.
approximately what
Like,
time it was
damn.
when this occurred?
About, I guess, like in the afternoon, 1 o'clock around there. Yeah, 1 something.
Have you ever seen Dr. Finke either before or after February 24th of 2018?
No.
When you went to Dr. Finke's office, your security guard drove you there?
Yes.
And his name is Faran.
He was my security guard. Yes.
Did you have more than one?
It depends, but he was just my main one. Yes, at the time.
Did he go up with you to the medical appointment?
No, I didn't want him to know that I was going to a OBGYN.
You
So
didn't want your security guard to know that?
no.
Why?
I
Was
don't-
she slow?
Well, first, I didn't want people to know that I was pregnant. Second, I was a little like,
Slow.
I don't want a guy that I work with to know I'm going to a vagina doctor.
She is so slow.
Did you trust your security guard?
What's up, Layla?
In certain ways, yes. In certain ways, no. I don't know. Sometimes you just really don't trust everybody in your business. You don't want everybody in your business.
Really? Yeah, thanks.
Do you remember what floor you were on when you exited the elevator?
The 5th floor.
At any time, did
That girl
your
is so
security guard
simple.
come into the building
Look at her
after
face.
learning
She's so
about
simple.
there being some kind of incident in the building?
He was waiting for me, like, not necessarily like inside. He was like waiting for me, like by the exit, like by the door,
Thank you, Jimmy.
around there. Yeah.
Like, the,
Also,
Do you
thank
remember the
Kayla,
building?
for your super sticker.
Yes.
you remember?
Well, I kind of remember, but I do know that he was waiting for me by the door.
And you're talking about the lobby area where you
Yes.
take the stairs up?
Mm-hmm.
So
The
he was
lobby.
inside the building or right outside?
I don't really recall, but he was like, maybe it wasn't the inside, it wasn't the outside, but he wasn't like in, like deep in. He was like waiting for me by the door. And the door, he had it open for me to come out.
All right.
What's up, D?
So would you consider that your security guard was with you at the time, whether it was upstairs, downstairs? In your mind, would you agree that your security guard was with you at the building? Is that fair?
Assistant.
Was your security guard with you in the lobby of the building at 8920 Wilshire Boulevard on February 24th, 2018?
In the lobby, yes, when I was exiting. When I was
But
exiting.
He was in the lobby with you,
In the
right?
lobby. I can't say he was with me because we was leaving. He never went upstairs, so
Well, shut up.
Do you know if your security guard, Karan Newton, spoke with Miss Ellis at any time that day?
he did not tell me he spoke to her at all.
Do you know if he did?
He told me he didn't. So I'm
Did
gonna
you
go with
ask
his
him?
word. No, because I was like, I told him like what happened upstairs. He was like, damn, I should have went upstairs. But he never told me that he spoke or seen her. So I wouldn't know.
You came to this courthouse with another fine gentleman security guard, correct?
Yes.
Objection, relevance.
Assistant.
And when you go to different places with your security guard, if an incident occurs where you're threatened or you're injured or
Mhm.
anything happens,
Yes.
aren't they supposed to come help you?
Objection, relevance.
Assistant.
You can.
Why don't we move on?
You don't have to answer. When the incident occurred, did you call your security guard or send him a text message or do anything to let your security guard who was with you know that something happened where you wanted his help?
Objection, argumentative as to with.
Overall.
I told him like, yo, you wouldn't even believe what just happened upstairs. He was like, what happened?
We said, get your ass out
And I
of here.
practically told him like, I'll tell you later, like when I leave. I'm like, wait for me. But I told him like, wait for me downstairs, like by the door. And that's what I told him.
If
And you don't got no life being
you were in any
I
danger,
planned you, so
would you
don't
call your
even worry about
security guard or would you call the police or would you call both? Or do nothing?
Objection, relevance.
Assistant.
Did you feel that you were in danger on
You
February
online, I'm
24,
online.
2018?
Tell me about
when
being
you were upstairs on the fifth
Uh-huh.
floor?
For like those 50 seconds, yeah. After I went to my appointment and like the argument just passed me, I didn't even mind it anymore. 'Cause
Really?
Did your attorney show you a photograph of Dr. Finke to refresh your recollection as to who the doctor was that you saw on that date?
yes,
And you had a different set of attorneys before, in 2022 and 2023. Did they do the same thing?
Objection, relevance.
no, they didn't.
So, do you know what's discovery?
Yes.
What are form interrogatories?
Oh, honey, I don't know what that means.
What is special interrogatories?
I do not know.
What are requests for admissions?
You put it on the camera.
You don't know, right? Is that fair? You don't know.
No.
Thank you,
Did you know?
Jenna.
Okay. And when your attorney
He's slow. Man,
responded to the written discovery on your behalf, did he or she show you the discovery responses? Did they email you a copy of it?
I mean, I will have to see what you're asking me.
I will show it to you. May I approach, Your Honor? You show her the discovery only? Thank you, Your Honor.
Could you identify, please?
Yes.
this is fun to watch. Slow as hell. He's so simple. You can just
For identification
let that ass.
purposes,
Like, nah.
it is form interrogatories, set one dated September 30th of 2022.
You just want to be, that's what it is.
That's what it is? Okay. I'm gonna show you this document. You can take a look at these pages. Did your attorney show you those documents at any time in your life?
How you read that first page that quick?
I'm not quite sure. I don't think so. No.
What? ¿Cómo te la digo?
And I'm going to show you, with the court's
You
permission,
ain't read none of that paperwork.
which were drafted and served on January 17th of 2023.
You look better today than you did yesterday.
Yeah, Coach Ron, I'll
Tweet
show you
on
these
it.
documents as well. You can take a look at those documents.
You know you can't read, baby. You passing that PPW.
Do you ever remember receiving these documents
Huh?
from anyone, whether it was your attorney, the attorney's paralegal,
100 pages.
family member, anybody? Did they ever show you these documents when they responded on your behalf?
This one I saw.
This is
This one I saw.
Okay, you saw that one.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to go over it with you. On the one that you're on the right, if you can look at 12.1. You see the question, 12.1? It would be, I believe, on the 6th or 7th page. And it will ask if there are any witnesses to this incident.
Well, can you
There's not a question for you.
point it to me?
I'm
Are
sorry.
you telling me what 12.1 is?
Can I approach on it?
Oh my God, this is in daddy. You don't know how to find 12.1? CARDI is one of them girls where she's just pretty and just got shit for brain. Pretty,
It's
I
on
mean,
page 5.
pretty subjective. She wants to look there as pretty.
Mhm.
You can't
Did
find.
your attorney ask you if there were any witnesses to this incident?
Yes.
All right, we're gonna avoid attorney-client privilege.
This is embarrassing.
And relevance, Your Honor, this is the discovery issue that the subject.
Not a discovery issue, Your Honor. I'm asking her questions about if there's any witnesses, and it's for impeachment purposes.
Push them bundles back. That's the only thing you know how to do.
Okay, and if you look at the response, there's a response there in the 50-page document to your left. May I show it to her, Your Honor?
Right?
So can you identify by page and line? I'm not sure
Sure.
what it means by showing it.
I can show it to you first if you'd like.
I just, what do you,
I wanted her to talk about the response.
all right.
That's,
Calm down, CARDI. You're extra fidgety. Chill.
these are the questions.
We know you probably can't read.
May I read the question? Can I go back to my seat?
Chill.
I will show you.
It's your direct counsel.
Thank you.
She's getting mad now. Push them pretty bundles back and just. This girl is crazy. Oh my God. She's mad spacey. Like, why
So
you
first,
keep
I
moving?
want to ask you if this is your signature on page 47. Is that your signature?
It could be because if it's like by electronic, that's how I sign. Like,
This is not even funny. Mm-mm.
And the question that I showed you, 12.1, let's say, you want to read it or you want me to read it to you?
you can read it.
State the name, address, and telephone number of each individual who witnessed the incident. This is A, subparagraph A. Or the events occurring immediately before or after the incident.
Mhm.
That's what the question is.
Yes.
As you sit here today, would you, is it your
Excuse me.
testimony that Dr. Finke is a witness to the incident?
Absolutely.
He is a witness.
Yes, she knows.
Thank you, Sarah. I don't know if I said thank you,
Is
but.
Dr. Finke outside speaking with you
Outside where?
on February 24th, 2018?
Outside like,
In the hall.
Not your
Yes.
single.
He came out of his office?
yes.
And your response in 12.1, this is what you responded with your attorney's assistance. I won't hold you 100% at fault for it. but Question,
Your Honor,
I withdraw, I apologize. The response is, responding party incorporates by reference the preliminary statement and general objections set forth above, subject to and without waiving the foregoing objections.
Mhm.
Responding party responds as follows. Responding party may be contacted through defendant's counsel. Imani Ellis may be contacted through plaintiff's counsel. And then it says unknown staff / employees at Cedar Sinai Medical Center, including at least 2 such persons who intervened during the incident. Discovery is continuing. Were you at Cedar Sinai Hospital or Cedar Sinai Medical Center when this incident occurred?
No.
Okay.
But to my knowledge, Dr. Finke works also for Cedar Sinai, but we wasn't for Cedar Sinai.
Is there any reason why your attorney or your prior attorney?
I don't think she's just slow in the face. You know when people just look slow? She's slow, in my opinion. She's slow. She that type that my mother would say, like, she's so simple. That's why I get that. Like, she's just so simple. Keep pushing them bundles
At the
back.
time when you saw Dr. Finke,
Every
you
5
knew his
seconds.
name at that time, correct?
I didn't know his name.
Mhm.
And for a while, when I was getting asked by lawyers like his name and like the receptionist's name, I didn't know it because I saw him one time. So I kind of like just forgot about him.
But when your attorney asked you for the name for purposes of trial, then you did remember the name.
I didn't remember the name. I told him there was 2 witnesses, the receptionist and the doctor. I told him it was a doctor. My doctor came out at the time, the guy that checked me, and the receptionist. She knows. She was there. He was there.
Who knows?
The plaintiff. She knows.
How do you know she knows?
Because that's who separated. That's who separated and got in between us while we was verbally arguing.
Who got in between?
The female receptionist, she came out first and she started like telling her, like, your security, what are you doing? And then that's when the doctor came out. He was like, go to my office. And that's when I just walked away, and that was the last of it.
Okay. And 12.1 question. 12.1 subparagraph D. State the name, address, and telephone number of each individual who you or anyone acting on your behalf claim has knowledge of the incident.
I have to go get me some water.
You just testified that Karan Newton was downstairs in the lobby on the date of the incident. You
Mm.
also testified that you told him different things about the incident. What is the reason, this is the question, what is the reason you did not disclose Karan Newton's name in discovery?
Because he wasn't upstairs.
And wait for the objection. The objection.
Lying.
it's characterized as testimony, it's irrelevant to the merits of the case.
Sustained.
In written discovery, were you asked to provide the name of your security guard?
Your Honor,
Yeah, but why don't we, I don't know what you're trying to impeach her on, because she hasn't testified to anything yet. You're saying it's impeachment, but you're not impeaching anything.
Did
All the
you
party is about that.
respond to special interrogatories set forth through your attorney?
Your Honor,
All right, the court's gonna sustain its own 352 objection. Why don't you move on?
Mm. Time to call again.
Do you consider Karan Newton to be a witness in this case?
No,
Sustained. Counsel, I need you to move on.
Come on.
This case isn't about discovery. You might want to move on to what it is about.
Is Tierra Malcolm a witness to this case?
Counsel, please.
Do you know of who the witnesses are?
All right, we're going to take a break, folks. Why don't we take a 10-minute break? We'll resume at 3:55. In the meantime, anyone, including other jurors, don't form any opinions or do any research.
Like saved by the damn bell. Oh man. You said I can smell humble pie in there. Yeah, so I don't know. Like, this is my personal opinion as it pertains to this case. You know, the psychologist was up there. They had the mother up there that was kind of doing like a character, like a testimony. Plus, the grandmother was up there. I think what really, for me, and you never know what they could do, but the plastic surgeon was there that did confirm that she did have a scratch or whatever to her face and said that she was hypersensitive and all of that too. We'll just have to see what happens. I know somebody has said that they typically, the celebrities win. I don't know if I don't know. I feel like it could go either way. Just to be honest with you, I feel like
what we mean is impeachment. Impeachment is she says something, and you've got evidence that she said something else.
Right.
She said, "I didn't know anybody's name. I got sent there. I was seen for a short amount of time. I didn't remember what their names were."
Okay, so-
And now then you're saying, here's this document that says you don't know what their names were.
yes.
So maybe I'm
So-
going about it the wrong way, that's
You,
why.
you absolutely are. And you're not listening to the court's direction when I'm asking you to move on.
I'm sorry, I'm not doing it intentionally.
It seems like you are.
I really am not. I understand the court's issues, but I want to explain if I may.
Go ahead.
So I was going to ask her if she believes that Karan Newton is a witness in this.
He wasn't there. He was in the lobby.
Right, but 12.1 subsection D talks about witnesses that have knowledge about this case.
Now, what knowledge does he have? He was in the lobby.
I was going to ask her, she spoke to him about it. That's what D is all
So,
about.
okay, so he was a hearsay witness, but she told him something.
Well, he's a witness.
Okay.
Also, in
So
special,
here's the other issue. You didn't oppose her. If you wanted to ask these questions, you could have taken her deposition.
I understand the issue with that. But there is a special interrogatory number 15, which is on point, which
says-
asks a disclosure of the security guard. She
Okay.
didn't disclose his name, but she knows his name.
Okay.
So
So what are we going to do with that?
we're going to have the jury know that she didn't give the name of her security guard.
And what? So in order to be admissible, it has to be relevant. In order to be
Impeachment.
relevant, it has to be probative. Or so it's got to be more likely to show, prove, or disprove a material fact in the case. None of this has anything to do with any material fact.
Let me explain. Her testimony, Your Honor, is that Karan Newton doesn't know anything about this case.
She
However,
doesn't say that. She hasn't said that. She said he was in the lobby.
even better, plaintiff has testified that she has spoken with Karan Newton.
Okay.
It's in the medical records.
Okay.
He's a witness in some form or
So
fashion.
the appropriate means for you to do that is one, to file a motion to compel, or number two, seek evidentiary sanctions, which would have been handled pre-trial. But we're not going to have this witness testifying in trial in front of a jury about discovery issues.
That's fine. Okay? The issue is, if it asked her to provide the name of the security guard and she didn't disclose it, why is it not fair? These are under penalty.
Then you
of-
file a motion to compel, or a motion for evidentiary sanctions. You did neither.
She testified in her discovery that she was alone. Today, she testified that she was with Karan Newton. I want to ask her about that.
You already did.
I didn't show her the discovery, which is on point on that issue, Your Honor.
You're going to impeach her with the document saying that she was alone when she was alone in the elevator and the incident happened. That's your impeachment?
My impeachment is she did not reveal that she was with the security guard in the lobby, didn't do anything to provide his information when the other side,
Again, it's a discovery issue, so we're not going to go there.
Your Honor, the other side was able to impeach plaintiff
With what?
with this discovery. They went into it at
And she
nauseam.
offered inconsistent statements in discovery.
That's what's happening here too.
No, she hasn't said anything
Look
inconsistent.
at her body language, like sick, fucking
She
stiff.
said she didn't know the person's
Yeah.
name.
She knew
In
Karan,
discovery, she said she didn't know the person's name.
she knew Karan Newton's information. We asked for the name of the security guard.
She made it appear.
I'm gonna ask you to move on. We're not gonna get into further discovery issues.
May I just raise one point? I don't
Sure.
want the court to I want to point out, this questioning started with a direct contemptuous violation of the order on the motion to eliminate, excluding any mention of gang affiliation, and that's the first question he asked.
Yeah, I don't expect that there's gonna be anything further than that. I mean, you knew it was wrong when you said it.
No, I didn't.
You didn't know that there was a specific motion of limiting excluding?
The motion limiting, Your Honor, is prior bad acts.
Nope. You might want to look at your trial binder to see specifically what it says. All right? All right, we'll resume in 5 minutes.
They telling her ass to go to 12.1 and they acting like, you know, can you read it? And she like, no. Cardi, I'm telling you, in my opinion, from just looking at her live interaction, like when they were showing her the documents, she was not reading none of that shit. To me, I don't know if she could read now. I'm not saying she can't read, but I'm just saying, like, why can't you read it out loud? They have people in court read shit all the time. Why can't you read? It's like, yo, this is really embarrassing. It's not even funny because you would think that if I had any type of inadequacy when it comes to education or anything, if I had the chance to get in front of and have that, you know, we don't know what her true dollar amount is. We know they say that what her worth is, but if you have that much money, I would enrich my life to make sure that I'm speaking better when I'm showing up. Like, you can't be still showing up the same way that you was since 2017, 2016, 15, and like all of that. She wants to come back in this new era and be rebirthed and have this type of approach where it's like, you know, but what about the education? Like, why ain't you well spoken? Like, no, nah. I mean, you looking all crazy. Like, Cardi gives me that energy of a girl, like, you know, you ever know, like, especially if you're from the hood or you from New York or wherever you from when it's a hood, where it's like a chick where it's just like, she's so pretty, but it's like, it's kind of like any person, even men too. I don't want to say this exclusively for women, but you ever see somebody like they look so good, or, you know, even if you don't want to be with them, you like, I want to be friends with them. And then once you start to get to talk to them, it's like, you're stupid. It's like they don't have any type of thought-provoking conversation. Everything is about some hood shit and looking good and this and that. It's like, I don't get it with Cardi. I really don't. I want to know where the enrichment, like, where is that at? You know, she got some beautiful kids and her kids seem really, you know, smart or whatever. Who knows? Maybe it's just, I don't want to allude to anything, but some things are passed down from parents. So maybe the smarts come from Offset's genes, DNA. Maybe that's where it comes from because her kids are beautiful. You know, her daughter seems really smart, and, you know, her son is, well, I haven't really seen a lot from her son, and this is not even about children, but it's just like with Cardi, that should have been the main thing. Like, I want to make sure that I have, like, you know, that my diction is on point, that I, you know, that I'm well received. You know, people constantly go at her and talk about that. You would think that within this past 7 years from her, you know, taking that time off, like the pandemic, they use that pandemic as a crutch. They use that shit not to be active. And see, that shit was a gift and a curse. She dropped WAP during the pandemic, and that went up because everybody was inside, and everybody was inside. But now that they outside and she dropped outside, now they don't want to hear outside. You know what I'm saying? There has been a shift in the music industry as it goes as far as like the reception to certain people. You know, back in my day, I'm telling you, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Lil' Kim, I'm gonna just compare this to Lil' Kim and Foxy. Like, Lil' Kim was lucky because she did, you know, back then we receive music differently. So Lil' Kim and Foxy, they both came out with their CDs in '96. Foxy came back with China Doll in '98. Lil' Kim came out in '96, but she didn't drop her second sophomore album until 4 years later in 2000. I think it came out June 28, 2000. Right? But the thing is, in between, she had the Notorious, she had different songs, you know, she had been on shows or whatever. So she really worked it 4 years to 7 years. And you got to think the way that we are metabolizing celebrities now is kind of like, you know, not saying Cardi B has been out of mind, but I also think it has a lot to do with people really caring about you because, let's be completely honest, as it pertains to Cardi, they wanted us to think that people cared that much about her. And you know what's so funny to me too? Like, yo, when you be in regular conversations with people, right? And sometimes I know that when I do my videos and I talk about, and I'll be like, damn, like so many black women, they support Cardi and they, they don't realize, what she said and, calling black women roaches and monkeys and all of that, right? But the truth of the matter is, like, I really lean on this, right? Like, Nicki is really the one who blazed that shit and really came through the talent, popping, all of that. People are glued to her. I'm gonna be honest with you. Sometimes I don't think people know what Cardi does because they only really know certain things. They don't watch. It's just like Nicki gets ridiculed for doing every little thing that she does. It's just like she breathed wrong and come. Cardi can call somebody a roach and say several things and she gets away with it. She gets away with it because I don't think that they pay attention to her enough. I had a conversation with this woman. I'm like, yeah, you saying this about Nicki, but like, did you know about like some of the stuff that Cardi said to this woman who lost her child? Like, this is why I personally think, and I'm not God, but I think this is why the walls is not listen, because I'm not God. I can't say if Cardi B's career is over, but I do feel like she's facing certain turmoils because of the things that she did, and she tries to gaslight people, getting on her lives and her spaces, and talking about God this, God that, and people praying. Listen, people could be praying for you. You could have religious people in your family, but you fucked up. Yeah, you say messed up things. This girl in this case. This woman in this case, you could tell. I believe what she said. She said Cardi B started going off on her. That's why you were. What she say? That's why you work in security. I'm gonna get you job, body shaming her, and all of that. After all of the surgeries, and you seen that girl Imani on the stand. She's cute. She's pretty. Like, you did all of that to do all of these surgeries and stuff to your face and to your body and stuff, and you insecure and inadequate with who you really are. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna keep it real with you, right? You can never say never, but I never clown the people who work at McDonald's, right? One thing I will tell you, though, is there are stark differences when you go to McDonald's and you go to Chick-fil-A, and I know you know what I mean. It's a difference, but they also probably make a little bit more money, too. But I think it's just in the culture and the way that they cultivate their employees and to the way that, that they output towards the customers. McDonald's, sometimes they got nasty attitudes at the, Chick-fil-A, like, thank you, have a blessed day, whatever, whatever. I like that. I like the customer service. And I remember when I worked for this one employer, I think it was like years ago when I had first just moved to Houston, we was doing like customer service. And they were like, we are the Chick-fil-A of customer service. And I think USAA says some shit like that too. Like, if you ever notice, if you have USAA products, they give top-notch customer service. But when I go to McDonald's,
All right,
I'm
welcome
not.
back, everyone. We're back on the record in the Ellis matter.
I'm not
Council
rooting for people at
present as are the
McDonald's.
members of
I'm
our
not.
jury and our alternate. Ms. Almagar is on the stand, ma'am. You're reminded you're still under oath? Yes? All right. And counsel, you want to resume your questioning?
Yes, Your Honor, thank you.
Aside from Karan Newton, is there anybody else who drove with you to the building on February 24th of 2018?
No.
So now I want to take you a little bit through the incident, bring you back in time. Do you agree that an incident occurred on February 24th, 2018?
It was a verbal incident. Verbal.
But it was an incident, correct?
Objection, relevance, ambiguous.
Oh,
I personally feel like if there's no physical touch, there is no incident. There was a verbal altercation. If you think that that's an incident, a verbal altercation, then it's an incident for you.
What?
We both have different opinions.
In
There's a
action.
verbal altercation. She didn't hit me. I didn't hit her. There was no touch. So to me, it wasn't no incident.
Was there spitting?
Absolutely not.
Did you spit on Miss Ellis?
No.
Did you call her the N-word?
No.
What is your background? Are you Hispanic, white, something else?
My background?
Yes.
what's
Well,
the objection?
Of relevance. and
Sustained.
Would you consider yourself African American?
I consider myself Afro-Caribbean.
Ma'am, you need to give your attorney a second to object. What's your
Oh,
objection?
sorry.
Sorry. Relevance, Your Honor.
Sustained.
Have you ever used the N-word with Miss Amani Ellis?
No,
Did you try to take a swing at her?
no,
When you say there was a verbal altercation,
yes.
do you know what the word altercation means?
Like a conflict.
Like a fight, right?
It was like a verbal fight, but it didn't get physical at all.
When I'm talking to you now, are we having a verbal altercation?
We having, I'll say, a debate.
And we're debating about whether you assaulted and battered Miss Amani Ellis, correct?
Just no, but I guess so. But I didn't touch her. She didn't touch me. So
What proof do you have that you didn't touch her?
Objection, relevance, and also,
It's argumentative assisting.
Do you have any videos of the incident?
no,
Did you try to get videos of the incident?
I asked if there was videos. Like I told my lawyers to check if there was videos, but there's no cameras. I guess there was no cameras.
And when did you ask for that? What year?
I feel like when I got sued, I was like, when I got sued, I was like, oh, I know I didn't touch her. Like it's like look for the cameras because they'll tell you I ain't touching her.
What?
When you went to the building of 8920 Wilshire Boulevard, and you saw Amani Ellis there on the 5th floor, was she wearing her uniform as a security guard?
Yes. Okay.
You remember?
Again, you might want to just take a breath so your attorney can object.
Are you aware that my office is across the street?
No.
8920 Wilshire Boulevard. You remember that number? You agree that that's the correct number? The address.
Right.
I remember that I went there, but I don't really remember the address and stuff like that. I don't.
If I show you the building with the number on it, would that help refresh your recollection?
Yes or no?
Sure.
I don't have to really waste time if you don't want me to. When you were sitting here throughout the trial, you saw the 22
Yes.
pages I showed, right?
Yes.
Was that the correct building?
Yes.
And you remember entering the building, going up some stairs, taking the lobby elevator, and going to the 5th floor, correct?
Yes.
And when you exited, you saw Amani Ellis right there in front of
Yes. No. When I exited the elevator, not the building, the elevator.
you. Correct. On the
Yes.
5th floor.
Mm-hmm.
And there was 3 elevators there?
I do not remember that.
At least two different elevator bays?
I don't remember that. I just remember me getting out the elevator. She was coming in. I was coming out. I could hear her. She was talking on the phone. And she said, oh my God, yo, Cardi B's here. So I kind of speed walk, but I feel her behind me. Then I hear her talking like, oh my God, Cardi B is here. So I turn around and she had her phone. She didn't have it here no more. Now she has it here. And I asked her, yo, why are you recording me? And she clearly looked like the security. She looked like the security guard. She's uniformed down. And I'm like, why are you recording me? Are you security? And she's like, oh, my bad. But then I'm walking and I feel her still following me. So like as I'm walking, speed walking, trying to look for the office, I turn around again. I'm like, why are you following me? She's like, because I can. It's like,
This don't even
no,
sound
you
real.
can't. Why are you following me for? Like, ain't you supposed to be security? And she's like, because I can't. It's like, no, you can. And she's like,
Thank you,
she's
Tara.
like getting closer and closer. Like now she's like in front of me where I can't even like really maneuver. And I'm like, ain't you supposed to be security? Like you grouped out, you're recording me. Now you following me. Like back up. And she's like, I can do what I want. It's like, no, you can. Like you can't do whatever you can't do what you want. And that's when we started arguing.
What did you say?
I was like, you can't do what you want. Like, what are you talking about? Like, it's like you're invading my privacy, and now we're like chest to chest practically. So I keep telling her like, you need to back up. I'm thinking to myself like, This girl's big.
You know she cuts
She's
her out.
big. She got big black boots on. And I'm like, damn. The hell am I gonna do now?
She lying.
Literally right in my face, like on my chest, and we're arguing. And I keep telling her to back up, but she's not backing up. And we arguing, cursing at each other. I did call her the B word. I did call her a bitch. Like, bitch, get out of my face. I did say, bitch, get the fuck out of my face. You're in my face. You're screaming in my face. We're like literally writing. We're literally screaming at each other. And she kept telling me like, you're gonna leave my building. I'm like, I'm not leaving. Like, how you harassing me? I'm not leaving. And you telling me, how you telling me to leave? I came to see a doctor. You following me. You're recording me. I'm just trying to check my cat. You're recording me. And we're arguing. That's when the receptionist came out. She started wilding out like, this bitch hit me. And I'm like, I did not hit her. I'm looking at her like, girl, I can't even hit you if I want to. You're bigger than me and you're pregnant. And I'm just,
Right.
she just started wilding out like, this bitch hit me. Then the doctor came out and he's like, go to my office. And after that, I just walk away. That's just that.
Are you aware in the city of Beverly Hills, if a security guard tells you to leave the building, which they are security of, you would be required to do that? Do you agree with that?
Objection to relevance.
A security not supposed to.
You don't need to.
He says the same, dummy. What the hell is wrong with you?
Did Miss Imani Ellis tell you that you're causing a disturbance in the building?
No, she was causing a disturbance. She's recording me and following
Well,
me.
let's talk about that. Are people allowed to record you if they want to in a public place,
Objection.
which would be the building that you were at? Yes or
Objection.
no?
Objection calls for a legal conclusion.
They can.
They're trying to- sorry.
Do you know if it's okay for someone to videotape?
Objection calls for a legal conclusion.
Assistant.
When she videotaped you, or maybe she didn't, what proof do you have that she was videotaping you?
She had her phone went from here to right here. And she said, like, yo, Cardi B, like, I seen her. I turned around and I seen it. I seen it with my own eyes.
Did you ever see the actual video recording of you on her phone? Yes or no?
No.
Could it be possible
Thank
that
you, blissfully.
she was recording you? She was simply holding her phone in front of you. Is that possible?
Objection.
Yes or no?
Calls for speculation.
Assistant.
What proof do you have that you were being recorded by
Thank
Imani
you.
Ellis on February 24th, 2018, aside from what you just told us?
Objection.
Do you have any other proof?
Objection has been answered.
Assistant.
Isn't it true that you usually wear your nails longer than what they are today?
Sometimes, most of the times, yes, and some of the times, no.
Most of the time, 90% of the time?
Lately, as in so far, I'll say about, in the past year, I'll say about 70.
70% of
Yes.
the time. And when you wear them long, would you
That
agree
mouth
that
is
it's about
different
3
now.
inches long?
No, not all the time, no.
2 inches or more?
So,
It
Council,
really
why
depends.
don't we focus, she said in the last year, I don't know that how long she has her nails in the last year is relevant to anything.
And when you had them in 2018, you also wore them long at that time too, right?
I wear them long, but it really depends on the inches.
How long were your nails on February 24th, 2018 when you were at the speaking or arguing or whatever you were doing with Imani Ellis?
They were 1 inch. They were square,
My
coffee
Hogan.
square,
Oh my God.
and they had
Crazy.
flat rhinestones.
Are they
Not
rhinestones sharp?
No, not if they're flat, and they weren't 3D. They were flat.
With the nails you have on right now, do you think that these nails are sharper or the ones that you had on the date of the incident?
I believe that they were not sharp. that they were square, and sometimes like when this acrylic and it's square, it's like a texture. And I always tell this to my nail tech: make sure that like you shape, like when you shape them, don't make them sharp on the side, or don't make them that sharp, because I don't want to.
You don't want to hurt it.
I don't want to hurt myself. I don't want to hurt nobody. I just, you know what I'm saying?
And
What-
Yeah,
in the
right.
past,
That sounds so
you had to start-
stupid.
You did hurt yourself, correct?
I never really hurt myself, but like just in case, I just be like, don't make them too pointy, because I just don't want them to be uncomfortable. Not pointy, but it's like a certain type of sharp that you just don't want.
Oh, really?
If you wanted to scratch or cut Miss Emanuel's face,
Mhm.
you could have done it with both of your hands, either one or both, correct?
Objection calls for speculation.
Overruled.
I'm not saying you did that right now.
Yes.
I'm asking a different question. Do you understand my question?
I mean, how would I fight? How would I fight somebody?
It's a processing issue.
I am mostly left-handed, so if I was to like do anything mostly, I'll do it mostly with the left hand. I'm really like,
You're good at fighting with your left hand, aren't you?
Objection is characterized as a testimony.
Are you good at fighting with your left hand?
Objection lacks foundation.
Sustained.
Do you have any experience fighting with any like martial arts experience or other type of experience to defend yourself should something occur in your life?
Objection relevance.
Overruled.
not really, no.
So any type of fighting that you would be able to do, it would just be freestyle from your own knowledge of fighting, correct?
Objection argumentative.
Thank you, Trey.
Sustained.
If you wanted to fight with somebody, would you use your left hand, your right hand, or both?
Objection asked and answered.
Sustained. Why don't we move on?
When you enter a building, such as this building or any building, oftentimes you will see that there's a security guard or a police officer or sheriff guarding the building, correct? You saw that today here in the courthouse, didn't you?
Yes.
Bless you. Well, I guess it's not. And on the date of the incident, the security guard, police officer, or person securing that building, in your mind, when you saw Imani Ellis was in fact Imani Ellis. In your mind, when you got off the elevator, Imani Ellis was in your mind, your state of mind was that she was a security guard, correct?
Objection.
I think she's answered.
Yes. All right, thank you.
And was there any doubt in your mind that she was a security guard?
There was no doubt in my mind that she was a security guard. She had the security guard outfit on. That's why I was so confused that she was so aggressive, and she's supposed to protect me, the patient.
I understand. If Imani Ellis had in fact told you to leave the building, would you have listened because she was a security guard?
Objection. This is a complete hypothetical, irrelevant, lacks foundation.
Sustained.
Did Miss Imani Ellis tell you to leave the building at any point during your verbal or physical altercation on February 24th, 2018?
She told me, "You gonna leave my building. You gonna leave my building."
Are you aware that Imani Ellis was hired by the owner of that building and had the right to tell you to leave?
Objection calls for legal conclusion, lacks foundation.
Sustained.
When Imani Ellis told you to leave the building, did you follow her command?
Objection. Relevance, lacks foundation.
You can answer.
No, she wasn't acting like a security guard.
But she was a security guard.
Objection, he's on.
The security guard
So,
tried to
we're not
attack
gonna- we're not
patients.
gonna argue. The objection sustained. We're not going to argue with each other.
Did you believe in your mind that Imani Ellis was a police officer?
No.
If you thought she was a police officer, would you have handled the situation the same way?
Objection, incomplete hypothetical.
Let's just focus on what had happened.
Now, when Imani Ellis spoke with you, when you exited the elevator, she spoke with you directly outside the elevator, the area directly outside the elevators, correct?
I don't believe she got inside the elevator. I don't believe she did.
That's my question is, did whatever happened between the two of you, did it happen inside the elevator, at the point of
Thank you,
entry,
Pam.
or outside the elevator?
Outside the elevator and down the hallway.
Fine. And when Miss Ellis was asked the same question, do you remember her saying that it happened outside of the elevator as well? Do you agree with her testimony?
It wasn't in front of the elevator anymore because I was walking and she was following me. So it wasn't in front of the elevator. It was outside the elevator because I already got off the elevator. I don't think she ever went inside of the elevator because I felt her as soon as I'm walking. I felt her walking right behind me, and then she said something. She said, "Oh my God, Cardi B!" That's when I turn around, and she got the camera right here, like she recorded me, and I'm like, "Yo, why you recording me?" And she practically did admit that she recorded me because she said, "Oh my bad." So
She's trying to get out that lawsuit.
And when she said, "Oh wow, it's Cardi B," or whatever you just said right now, when she said that, was that offensive to you?
it wasn't offensive. I just kept power walking so I could avoid more contact, but she just kept following me.
Okay. And isn't it true that sometimes when you're walking around, different people will say, "Oh wow, it's Cardi B,"
Yeah,
because they get excited.
yeah.
And you had experienced that many times before you had that experience with Imani Ellis, correct?
Yes.
And the reason you didn't like it from her is because she was a security guard and you felt it was unprofessional for her to say that to you. Is that true?
When she first said it, I didn't tell her nothing. I kept walking.
Why couldn't she say it? Why?
I never said she couldn't.
Okay. And she said it to you.
She said it to me and I kept walking.
What if she was not a security guard and she was just a random human and said, "Oh wow, it's Cardi B"? Would you have taken offense to that?
Objection,
No,
argumentative.
You can answer.
I didn't even feel offended when she first said it. I felt offended when she kept following me. She recorded me, and you're supposed to be a security. You're not supposed to be recording patients going to any doctor, any.
But again,
That's what offended me. When she first said, "Oh my God, it's Cardi B," I just kept power walking and didn't say nothing. I said something the second time she said it, and I turned around and I saw that she was recording me. And I'm like, "Yo, why are you recording me? Ain't you supposed to be security?" And she said, "Oh my bad." Then she kept following me, and now I'm getting annoyed. It's like you're the security
hold on a
guard
question.
of the building.
No question pending. No question.
All right, Council, I think that might be a good time to end because we've got some things that we need to deal with outside the presence of the jury.
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to resume right back at 9:30 again. Thank you for your patience today and your attention. We will see you tomorrow at 9:30. In the meantime, please do not discuss the case with anyone, including other jurors. Don't form any opinions or do any research.
What they do? They went to break. You report situations to cover your ass. Yo, you know what's so crazy? So they must have went on break, right? So I just got this package. That's crazy. I'm moving and I'm still ordering shit to show up. But yeah, as I was saying earlier before they came back, how long did they say they're gonna be going for a break? I was just saying, never treat a person wrong. Never treat people based off of where they work at because they can't help that. Certain people they don't have that type of wiring or whatever. Everybody's not gonna make 60,000 or 100,000 or more than that per year. Oh, these are slide.
All right, so let's address
Are they back?
the issues of Tiara
I can't wait to rock these.
Finke as
Okay.
witnesses.
May I argue that after council?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
let me just make sure that
Say that?
um,
Miss Bundle.
we squarely get everything on the record in terms of what defendant's position is. And so defendant's position, if you want to summarize what you knew and when you knew it.
Thank you, Your Honor. Excuse me. As,
You met me? I never knew you.
as Ms. Almazar testified, she did not know the name of the receptionist. She did not know the name of the doctor that she visited that one day. In the January 17, 2023 discovery responses of defendant, she responded in a verified response that the potential witnesses included her, plaintiff, and unknown staff employees of the medical center building who intervened during the incident. There was no motion to compel that was filed against that. And at that point in time, neither she nor her counsel knew the identity of the two individuals. There's actually another response where, I don't see it here, but what happens why? My copy of the, oh, I'm not sure where it went to. Oh, yes, it disappeared, and now I've got it. Okay, so in Exhibit 1 to the motion, the supplemental motion that we filed, excuse me. She identified at page 10, Imani Alice, and unknown staff employees at Cedars-Sinai Medical Center, including at least two such persons who intervened during the incident. She described them, identified them as people who intervened, specific people, two people who intervened in the incident, and but she at that point did not know their names. It was years after that she never, had gone there again. Plaintiff's counsel did not move to compel. It did not file or serve a response to supplement discovery. Exhibit 2 is a comparable discovery response in January 7, 2023 that also referred similarly to the two by what they had done, at least two such persons who intervened during the incident. It was not until last year, that we learned of.
Did you bring all your glasses today?
Yeah. We added, well, it's not until 2024 that we actually identified Dr. Finke, which was Ms. Moore's hard work. It wasn't easy. And we put Finke on the 2024 witness list, which is Exhibit 5 to the memorandum that we filed.
Okay, why don't you move on to Ms. Malcolm?
Okay, and Ms. Malcolm, she was the receptionist. She no longer worked at that firm by the time that the litigation had started at that medical center. And Malcolm's identity was only discovered on July 28, 2025, following further investigation by defendant's counsel. So then we talked about adding her to the exhibit list, witness list, and she was added to our witness list, I think. Counsel's looking at me like I don't know what I'm talking about, but but I believe that she was put on our witness list. Yes. In July that we filed. There have been times when the court has referred to defendant's witness list, which omitted her, even though they knew of her. Plaintiff's August 9. Oh, I'm sorry. They actually had intended to call these two people as well. They did not identify them by name, even though plaintiff worked there and knew these people. She knew who Dr. Finke was. He intervened. She knew who this receptionist was. She worked there. Plaintiff worked there as well. August 9, 2022, discovery response identified as witnesses, quote, employees of doctor's office located near the scene. Then also, plaintiff testified in her deposition, which is Exhibit 4 to the memorandum we filed, quote, she is going to be bringing forward at the time of a trial people from the doctor's office. So these are people that she knew about, she didn't identify, we didn't know about it, we found it out on our own, and we promptly disclosed it. Again,
Well, and I guess that's the question is, what is promptly disclosed? You learned about it on the 28th. Did you call plaintiff's counsel and say, hey, we found her?
July 28th, 2025 was when Malcolm's identity was discovered, and that's when we added the I think it was July 30th, when we filed, I could be wrong, filed
I believe it was the following week.
the following week. And my colleague will verify that.
May I respond?
I just want to make sure that I understand defense position. I don't see anything. I see the next witness list after that is being 820.
That's the one that I filed.
That's when he filed, he admitted her.
I did not write her name there, because I did not know about it.
Well, that's an issue.
And so how did you communicate Ms. Malcolm's name to plaintiff's counsel?
May I?
Yes.
Your Honor, we were we were providing drafts for this latest round of the trial filings. And as soon as we found out, we put it on the witness list. And on one of those drafts before they were filed.
And I'm asking, when did that happen?
I'm not sure. I know it was before August 20th.
Okay.
We heard you.
Go ahead. Well, actually, let me first start. So, Ms. Ellis, you understand you're still under oath, yes?
Yes.
Okay. I have a declaration from Tiara Malcolm, and she states that you telephoned her approximately 2 months after the incident, and that you asked her for her assistance in pursuing claims, and she said she didn't want to get involved. And she said, quote, she told you, you've got to be kidding me. Did that conversation happen?
Never.
Did you do anything to investigate your claims after the incident?
No.
Okay. All right, go ahead, Mr. John Fawson.
With respect to Malcolm, the first time I learned of it, I was given a partial document which only has about 50 pages. I was given it yesterday for the first time in the middle of the trial.
It was on your joint witness list on May 10th in 2024.
What was it?
His name.
I'm talking about the Malcolm, not the name of the
Oh.
doctor.
I'm sorry. Okay, go ahead.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So
what I wanted the court to know is I've been intimately involved with this case. My office is located across the street, 9025 Wilshire Boulevard. As an officer of the court, I declare under penalty of perjury. I never walked inside Dr. Finke's office one time. I never gave him my business card. All that's written there is not me. It's not true. It is false. It is a mistake or false, not my problem. I'm just telling you this as an officer of the court. I will not damage my reputation with you for this small issue. I just want it to be clear.
okay.
I never
And
did it.
I think there's a perfectly reasonable explanation for this, and it might have been workers' comp counsel.
I don't think so. I don't know what it was, but
Was-
it wasn't me.
Did she have an attorney in the workers' comp case?
I understand that she did, but not for this. They're not going to go after this doctor.
No, I understand that, but just to get witnesses to what happened. I don't know.
I don't think, Your Honor, that that's what their purpose was. So
Okay.
is there a need for me to argue more?
No, well, as to Finke, he was on the witness list in 2024.
May I finish? I'm sorry.
Sure.
Well,
So why don't you address why you didn't want to do any, you knew who it was. So-
okay, so I'll address it. Your
Go
Honor,
ahead.
Your Honor, I did spend a lot of time doing the opposition, and I tried to do the same thing with the witness, Miss Belcalis Marlinus Almanzar. CARDI B, she herself testified that she was able to get to the doctor's name in a matter of a few days, or whatever it is.
So let's just focus on the fact that in May 10, 2024, you knew who this doctor was.
I did not know.
You knew he was on the witness list.
I don't remember it being on the witness list.
It was.
It could have been,
I'm
but
telling
at
you it
that
was.
time, I believe you, Your Honor. So what I want to say to the court is, at that time, we knew we were not going to trial. It wasn't real yet. What was real was coming to trial now in August. And in discovery, it was never produced. So if it was,
But you never sent supplemental rocks.
I understand.
Okay.
The point is, when they were responded to, the defendant could have easily gotten the name of Dr. Finke. She testified today under oath that it was her doctor. The same way plaintiff has to go and get the doctor's information in form rocks, so does the defendant. This goes against the Code of Civil Procedure. It's unfair, it's prejudicial, it's damaging. I wasn't able to depose this person.
It's still.
I get it. I didn't depose the defendant because she was out of state, but I did depose Dr. Rosenberg. And if there were witnesses to this case, I would have deposed them. Why not? So first of all, Your Honor, with respect to Dr. Finke,
Yeah.
my position is that he should not be allowed to testify for several reasons. Really, he didn't really see anything. He didn't. And it's really not that exciting.
How do you know that?
Because I know that. I know that. And we'll see that. If the court wants to allow him to testify, I'm open to that thought process because he didn't see anything. I really wouldn't care about him. But this random person, Tiara Malcolm, is a problem. Why? Because I wasn't able to take her deposition and cross-examine her. She was never put on any witness list. Even my own that I did on August 20th, when I filed it, wasn't there. The two individuals that I thought were the witnesses are Dr. Azizolai and Miss Parsi. Those two people are on the witness list. This whole idea came about because counsel
She
said,
planned it
we
that way.
shouldn't have
in my opinion.
Azizolai, we shouldn't have Parsi. And then I
Who's
said,
that
then
asked
I'm going to
that?
jump on the bandwagon too. And you should have yours. And that's why we're here today, Your Honor.
Okay, so let me refresh my recollection. I don't remember if we had a court reporter at the time.
Now she's so reactive. Sit
But at
down.
the time of our final status conference, there were discussions about this receptionist. I think there were discussions about you were actively engaged in trying to identify her, and you would inform counsel if and when you did. That conversation happened, correct?
Nobody informed me nothing. All I was given,
No, I'm saying at the time of the final status conference, that was a conversation that was had.
I don't remember it that way. I'm not that smart like the court is. I don't remember it that way. All I can say is it's inappropriate to be given a document in the middle of the trial. With this court, the way that it is, it's super fast. The court doesn't want me to spend a lot of time asking people questions and practically doing a deposition. So I would submit that.
Let's just say for the record, I let people try their cases. I'm not going to let you waste the jury's time.
Of course,
Okay.
I understand that. So my request is Tiara Malcolm is out because no one at any point called me, did anything to give
Thank
me this
you.
information till yesterday when their attorney, Lisa Moore, who's not the main attorney, there's another lawyer here, he could have signed the declaration. I don't know why he didn't. Why is she doing it? Everything's been done by Peter Anderson and Eric Lamb with all of his other attorneys that he has helped him.
Well, I think she was the one with boots on the ground, according to her declaration. But
Well,
so let's. So we find out about her on the 28th, and I see the witness list on the 20th. So I guess my concern is the gap of period of time, or actually, can you confirm? Did we have that conversation that you were actively trying to find her?
That's my recollection, that she definitely came up. I don't recall if we had just found her or if we were still actively trying to find her. Unfortunately, we don't have the back and forth. And for example, Mr. Lamb's, sorry. I think that point's been made. If your honor likes, we can check to see when we actually sent a draft with her name to witness list with her name to counsel. He definitely did not just find out about her yesterday,
I'm sorry.
if I may. And so we can do that. We just can't do it here because we've got a lot of trial documents and not many discovery documents or drafts of discovery documents. But we can't submit that. I can tell you, Your Honor, that once we found her, and this is a woman, by the way, who's integral to the case that plaintiff has known about since day one, and counsel says his office was across the street, but he never bothered to walk across the street to find out her name. Anyway, to make a long story short, We can provide that information, we can check if you like, but we did promptly disclose, I believe it was in a draft joint witness list.
You know,
that we
me sometimes
submitted. We
with her
submitted
lip.
several, as soon as we found her within a week.
May I reply, Your Honor?
Go ahead.
This case was set to be tried in 2024. It was continued over and over and over, and discovery was closed. This court did not reopen discovery.
Thank
So
you.
this issue has been sleeping for at least a year, and it's unfair and prejudicial to the plaintiff to allow this random witness to show up at the eve of, not even the eve, in the middle of trial.
I think, let's be fair, you both identified people at the medical center. You both knew that these were people, I mean, your client testified that there was people that came out. So she knew that there were people that came out.
No, the two individuals that I have, these are people that know about it. These are not the two individuals that.
Slowness.
There was nobody at the scene till after the fact. So whoever these people are, they're not gonna really say anything fair. And for them to drop it on me in the middle of the trial is unfair. If they wanna bring Dr. Finke and he wants to say, I came out and I heard there was an altercation, I'm not too concerned about him. I'm more concerned about Tierra Malcolm. I have no idea who she is, what she's gonna say, and that one has never been given to me. And this case, discovery has been closed for over a year. Why should she be allowed to testify? It doesn't make sense.
Your Honor, yeah, just very briefly.
Sure.
We've been asking, and counsel hasn't told us who this Farzi, I'm not even gonna try to, I don't know if that's, I just don't know how to pronounce his last name. And the woman, we've been asking how they're relevant, given that Farzi, for lack of, just attempt to avoid trying to mangle his last name, he's on the 4-3, and he doesn't come in on Saturdays, he wasn't there. And the other person they identified is the receptionist at the building office, which is closed on Saturdays. The suggestion that the two people everyone's been talking about throughout this case who came out of the doctor's office for some reason weren't the doctor and the receptionist is just absurd.
Your Honor, he's testifying to things he doesn't know. How does he know if my doctor and his assistant were there on Saturday? How does he know that?
I
If
don't
he
know.
can prove me that, I'll withdraw all my objections. He can't. He's just making up stories.
Thank you.
Well, absolutely.
So I guess the question is, let's just talk about reasonable diligence. And so, Plaintiff's counsel knew that the receptionist of the Women's Care of Beverly Hills
They
was
claim witnesses.
identified as a category of a person to be a trial witness, correct?
I believe so.
Okay. Did you do anything to try and figure out who that was?
There was nothing to do. It's a 6-year-old issue. I didn't know if somebody could even pop up. Why would they? How could I do it, Your Honor? How would it be possible?
All right. And to what extent, if any, is it possible to get her deposed between now and Tuesday?
Well, Your Honor, it sounds like plaintiff is going to be resting tomorrow. We expect her to testify tomorrow. She also, she is out of town. Yeah, that's our plan is for her to testify tomorrow. And if it helps, maybe without the jury, she can give an offer of proof or something.
Your
But we were
Honor,
talking about a 30-second incident. Yeah, I did it. And by the way, he didn't take Dr. McKenna's deposition. He didn't take, that proceeded without him because he didn't bother to show up. He didn't take the defendant's deposition. The idea that at this late point, he gets to take the deposition of someone who he has known about and his client has known about since she worked there. I just don't see the fairness in that.
Your Honor, she was.
All right, let me do this. I'm going to rule that Dr. Finke can testify. I'm going to take it under submission. I'm going to look a little bit further into the Malcolm issue. I will tell you, I'm leaning, since the person was identified apparently for years, I don't think that it's an unfair surprise that she was finally identified. So that's where I'm leaning, but I'm not going to make that decision right now. So I'll rule tomorrow morning on the issue of the receptions.
And how about a deposition?
Well, I'll rule tomorrow.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right.
9:30 tomorrow?
Yes. So I think there was a discussion at the final status conference regarding who was demanding jury, and I thought the defendant was demanding jury.
I assume plaintiff, we checked, plaintiff had demanded a jury.
I believe both sides.
I thought both sides.
Oh, okay, so I didn't realize that. We weren't counsel at the
Okay.
time.
No, I think it was addressed at the final status conference in terms of paying the jury fees.
Oh, I don't recall that at all. I'm sorry.
Is that an issue?
No, we'll split them.
Okay, all right. Fine.
My apologies.
Yes,
Anything else? Then-
exhibits for today.
Oh, exhibits for today. See, keep me on track. Are there any exhibits that we're moving as evidence?
I believe there was one that the court, Dr. Mulligan's records and bills.
We already have 69 and 628.
Okay. So defense counsel is gonna look at, I'm sorry, was exhibit who?
9. This was 15 pages.
No, nine was a CV, I thought.
No,
Your
no,
Honor.
you're right. I apologize. Number 4, it's 15 pages. And counsel has had the whole day to look at the 15 pages, 3 pages of which are bills. And this is something that Dr. Mulligan testified to. I would ask that the court admit these 15 pages into evidence.
Any objections?
If you can bear with us just for a moment, Your Honor. We don't object to the first page, which is the one he questioned him about. Beyond that,
It would be an incomplete exhibit.
how do I identify what we're doing?
So, exhibit 4, pages 1 and 2. Exhibit 4, pages 1 and 2. Yeah, that's a document. 1 and 2.
One of the problems, Your Honor, is we're having trouble because he combined as a single exhibit multiple different pages and then referred to like exhibit 4, pages 1 to 3, then exhibit 4, some other thing.
Your Honor,
So it basically confused the Jesus.
it's not confusing. I'm left-handed. I do perfection work. This is in perfect order. I think the court's left-handed too and would relate.
What's up?
This is in nice, perfect order. You have the medical records and then the bills. It's 15 pages. It's nothing more than that.
Oh, okay.
So pages.
Your Honor,
I-
I don't want to take up your time. Can we submit in the morning, for example, exhibit 4007 has no relationship to the preceding exhibits.
Yeah, so my suggestion was going to be to admit exhibit 4, 1 through 6. I don't think he testified as to the patient information form, how it was filled out.
Correct.
And then the billing, exhibit 4, 13 through 15.
That's fine, Your Honor. There was also exhibit 4-9, where I did ask him about, to read from the record, and the court didn't want him to read that. The bottom about the prior doctors. Dr. Scher is written there. I think that's important for the jury to know that she went to this doctor before.
I'm not sure he testified to that.
He did. He talked about it.
I think there's adequate testimony for that, so
Yes.
I'll admit 1 through 6 and 13 through 15.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
For exhibit.
That's absolutely fine, Your Honor.
Not 4-9, right?
All right, and then was there anything else?
I had a 1-4.
That's the list of medical bills of plaintiff.
That is actually a list that counsel
Yes, it
prepared.
is. Yes, it is.
Counsel prepared.
Okay, that's not coming in now.
I would do it in closing. I'd like to show the jury the list instead of writing it down.
Well, to the extent that there's evidence supporting it, sure.
Right.
And if the court wanted to know about,
You want to come to court for attention.
So you, I think Dr. McKenzie testified as to exhibit 2. Did you want to go those?
no, plaintiff is considering that to be hearsay.
Okay.
Sorry.
Sorry, go ahead.
Um,
Hold up, did they stop it? Oh, they must have stopped it. All right, so listen, we'll see what happens. They stopped it. Okay. So it's over, right? Listen, I think that they playing games. Whoever that Tierra Malcolm girl is, definitely to me, I can't say if she's paid off, but it could be somebody who they reached out to early to be like, listen, can you have my back? You just never really know how these people play. And Cardi, these is highly paid, sought after lawyers, attorneys. And I believe the state is representing Imani. So you just never know. And it does, and I think anybody could tell that the judge seems to favor Cardi's counsel. They definitely do. But listen, I'm about to wrap this up. They should have settled. Yeah, they should have settled. But you know, she wanted to come to court. She wanted to be a runway so that you could see her in fashions and have her hair done and all of that. I believe all of that to be true. But anyway, listen, I'm about to get up out of here. I need to go to Lowe's and get some more boxes. I need more boxes and more tape. I'm moving in 2 weeks and I got all my stuff packed up already. I don't like no last minute shit. I want to be ready to go, like ready. So I only got boxed up this other stuff and then I'm done, like literally just waiting for the day. So listen, y'all have a great evening. Thank you so much for that trade. Can the judge be sued? Who knows? It's bigger than just showing pictures. I hope everyone, yes. All right, I appreciate y'all. Be safe. I might do a video later. It depends, you know. I might listen. I'm out. Peace.